This is the 20th anniversary of Briljent, and we started out, I worked in corporate America, miserable. All of the things that you think about that happen in corporate America did to me, and my father was an entrepreneur. His name was Ski Kreminski, and I grew up in that business. I scrubbed his toilets. I was the janitor for 20 years, actually, and I thought, I'll start a business. That's a great idea. Actually, my husband Dave encouraged me to do it. So the last job I had at the insurance company I worked for was a training job, and that's what I knew best. I had just job eliminated a variety of trainers, like 50 of them, so I just hired a few, and we started our company on May 14th of 1998. And early on, our name was Training Solutions Group. We thought we would deliver training, and that's it. And so we voted. It was a terrible process to try to come up with a name, and we did. 7 women huddled around in a circle to come up with the name Training Solutions Group. And actually the same process happened years later. We moved, and you have to change your business cards when you move. And so we decided, well, now's the time to expand our name into one that's a little broader because our service offerings were broader. So again, we huddled around in a circle and voted. And Kayleen Pina, who worked for us at the time, said, do you like the name? It was like TSG Global or something was the name we came up with. And she said to me, do you like the name, the new name that we came up with? And I said, well, actually, I hate it. I didn't win the vote. And then she said, what would really motivate you? And my mother was Czechoslovakian. My grandparents are Czech immigrants. And Briljent is the Czechoslovakian word for brilliant. And I thought it would honor my history and just my background. My mom was a big part of my life then. And so we chose Briljent because we thought it really didn't box us into training or technical writing or change management services. It was just so broad, we could really grow the business into whatever we wanted to. And I love the name still today. It's kind of a pain to write out. You know, we're forever saying B-R-I-L, and then we pause, J-E-N-T. But I've been real pleased with the name since then. And so early on, we did corporate work. We actually won the contract to do the training for Lincoln, the company that I left. They were outsourcing training. We bid on it, and we won, which turned out to be a huge benefit to us because early on we had cash flow problems like any new business, and Lincoln cared enough about us. They would forward us money due on contracts before we delivered services. If we had a cash flow problem, they were really flexible with their payment, and that helped us out a lot. So in 20 years, we've never missed a payroll. In the early stages, the first 18 months, it was, once the startup capital was gone, which was all money that my husband and I had put into the business, it got kind of touch and go. I can remember Lori Haber was our original bookkeeper, and she had this Expanda file. It was brown, and we put the bills in it like they were dividers, and it kept expanding because during the startup, we ended up couldn't pay the bills. We always made payroll, but the bills always didn't get paid on time. And so the expanded file kept growing and growing and growing, and so that's kind of a scary thing. The account that changed our life early on was Conseco down here in Indianapolis. Today it's called CNO, and in fact they're still a client. We're doing work for them. But there were operations directors in that operation who they were dissatisfied with the training they were getting in-house, and so they tried us out for some training courses, and we did a great job. We came from the insurance industry, those of us that started Training Solutions Group. Conseco was an insurance company, and so we went in there and did a great job. And before too long, one operations VP told another, who told another, who told another, and there were 4 of them. They led the commission area, the life area, the pension area, and one other area. And they hired us to do most of their training. And it wasn't fluff training, really. It wasn't like how to be positive or how to communicate. It was the specific training for people to do their jobs. And it really helped with their retention. It helped with their job performance. And before we knew it, we had about $500,000 worth of business there at Conseco. And I was very grateful to those women. For a long time, the women and men who were our mentors there gave us a lot of work, and we did good work.